And good evening, everybody. Well, it's not the Wayne City game. It's the Edwards County Lady Lions against the Flora Wolf Gals for the regional championship of the Albion Class 2A Girls Basketball Regional Tournament. I am Dave Rigg alongside Troy Rigg. We're getting ready to bring you that championship game. And tonight, Troy, the Edwards County Lions will try to do something that has never been done in the history of this school.
No, and that just shows you what kind of progress that Coach Jonathan Hinton has made with this Edwards County Lady Lions basketball team. We've watched a lot of their games this year, Dave, almost all of them at home, and they're a very impressive team, and hopefully tonight they can get themselves a regional championship.
That's right. Edwards County has never won a regional basketball championship. Now, they have played in a few championship games, but have never won the regional championship. Well, tonight they're going to try to change all that by winning here tonight at the expense of the Flora Wolf Gals. And guess what, Troy? I forgot to bring my live reads. I guess we're going to have to ad-lib it a little bit here, unless they're in that paper there with you.
Nope.
No, okay. I'll tell you what, we'll be back with more pregame information after this 60-second timeout. You're listening and watching Edwards County basketball.
Citizens National Bank in Albion. Doug Raber, your State Farm Insurance agent in Albion. Kenton Sunnail of Nail's Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield. Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of the Lions. Edwards County Superintendent of Schools David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albion. One stop for all of your insurance and real estate needs, with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you. Eddie and Joyce Miller, Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, George and Shirley Tribe, Brian Mavis, your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion.
The Flora Wolf Gals last night earned the right to play in this game tonight against Edwards County by knocking off Mount Carmel last night here by a score of 40-29. Meanwhile, the Edwards County Lions in their match earlier last night at 6 o'clock had no trouble beating Lawrence. Well, I shouldn't say had no trouble, but they beat Lawrenceville 51-40. So that sets up this Edwards County versus Flora championship game here tonight. These two teams met earlier this season back on December 27th, and Edwards County won that game by a score of 46-35. Edwards County coming in with a record of 22 wins, which, by the way, is a school record. Somewhere here I've got a paper telling me the over the years record for Edwards County. Back in the 1999-2000 basketball season, a team coached by Jeff Lonan won 20 games and lost 8. And back in 2004-2005, Amy Bowser coached a team that was 18-9. And here we are today with a 22-4 team, actually 23-4 now with the win last night. And they'll be trying to earn their first regional championship and the right to move on to the Tuscola sectional. And should the Lions win this game, which most people think the Lions will, but Troy, when you think things are going to happen, it doesn't always turn out that way.
Never assume anything, Dave. There's the old cliche of on paper it looks like they should win, but as we always say, you don't play games on paper, you play them on the hardwood. Well,
just a little while ago I was talking to Dale Schmittler and also James Buckman, and they were telling me that they played on the Grayville basketball team, I believe they said back in 1988, and they won the regional right here in this very building against a highly favored Mount Carmel team. So if Grayville could knock off a highly favored team like Mount Carmel as a surprise, then that could happen here tonight for the Flora Wolves. Those of us who are Edwards County fans, of course, are hoping that doesn't happen. We'll be back with more pregame information after this 60-second timeout. This is Edwards County basketball.
Dr. Lawrence Spear, Holly and Sam, Spear Chiropractic Clinic on the west side of the Courthouse Square in Albion. Greg and Nancy Nelson, that is Kaylin's grandparents, Jerry and Chris Brock Jones. Jeff and Angie Hout are the parents of Maddie Hout. Dean and Marsha Wiseman, Ed and Mary Bailey, Chris and Lori Schmittler are Malia Schmittler's parents, Don and Norma Longbones.
Just a few of our webcast boosters, and Troy will be mentioning more of their names as the evening goes on here. Each one of these individuals, businesses, and organizations paying us $2 to help us cover our expenses in bringing you Edwards County basketball and other sports events throughout the school year here at Albion Edwards County High School. I thought Troy and I were getting here plenty early. Earlier this evening, it was about, 20 till 6. And my goodness, cars parked everywhere. And I thought, what in the world? Surely you don't think this game's going to start at 6 o'clock. Well, come to find out, the three-point shooting contest was held. And the 4 girls qualifying to move on to the sectional three-point shot competition were Kaylin Nelson of Edwards County, Jaron Allen of Flora, Riley Webb of Mount Carmel, and Kat Bowersock from Red Hill. Now we're getting ready for the national anthem, and I just see our camera went out here on us again. We're having a little trouble with that this evening, folks, so just bear with us here. For those of you who are watching our webcast on my15news.com, our camera just insists on popping out here. Right now they are lowering the flag from the ceiling. National anthem sung by Kelsey Ratcliffe and Allison Wolf, 2 students at Edwards County High School. Now we're getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineups.
First up, you've got the Flora Wolf Gals. Number 1 is Gracie Heimlich. She's a senior. Number 5 is a senior, Kirsten Darrow. Number 24 is a sophomore, that's Emma Walden. Number 25, Jinsey Benke is a sophomore. And number 34 is Taylor Brown, a sophomore. Head coach of the Flora Wolf Gals is Josh Fox. Assistant coaches Tisha Blanchard and Bria Krutzinger. That's what I'm going with. And now your starting lineup for the Edwards County Lady Lions. Number 1 is the sophomore, that's Jenna Schnepper. And at the other guard is a senior, number 3, Camille Cowling. And at guard is a junior, number 20, Kaylin Nelson. The other guard is a senior, number 24, Maddie Hout. And the center is number 45, a senior, Malia Schmittler. Head coach of the Edwards County Lady Lions is Jonathan Hinton. Assistant coaches Rebecca Brinkman and James Buckman.
And the officials for tonight's game is brought to you by Moreland Bishop McDonald's with locations in Fairfield, Albion, and Carmi. So stop by after the game if you're out tonight and get yourself a Big Mac or whatever else. Skip Dillon, Keith Vancic, and David Sands are the three men in the stripes tonight. And here we go. Championship game of the Albion Class 2A Regional. Malia Schmittler will jump at midcourt for Edwards County. And the ball is now in the air, and the tip goes off to Edwards County. Maddie Hout gives it off now to Jenna Schnepper. Schnepper to the right side to Cowling. Camille gets it to Hout, left side. There's Nelson for three. That's off the rim, no good. Put back up on the rebound by Maddie Hout, no good. She puts it up again, that's no good. Rebound is fought for and cleared out of there for Flora by Kirsten Darrow. Quick pass up the court. There's a short shot up, no good there by Brown. And a whistle, it's a tie-up. And the possession arrow will give the ball to Flora. Flora wearing their orange uniforms with royal blue numerals and trim. Edwards County in the white uniforms with red numerals and trim. Left baseline toss in here for Darrow for the Wolf Gals. Gets it in to Gracie Heimlich. Heimlich now gets it back to Darrow, who drives left of the key. Shot from the three-corner line is short, but rebounded out of there by Walden for the Wolf Gals. Wolf Gals now trying to get the first basket of the game. Driving there goes Walden into the lane, cut off, hands it off at the free throw line to her teammate Binky. Now back to the backcourt, and the Wolf Gals will reset. Kirsten Darrow passes the ball off there to Taylor Brown. Brown gets it off now to Walden, who drives down to the free throw line, puts a shot on the backboard, no good. They fight for the rebound. It's put back up, no good, and a foul under the boards. And there goes our camera again, Troy. Keep an eye on that computer over there, Troy, from time to time, if you will.
Foul is on Camille Cowling.
All right, Camille gets the first foul of the ball game. Free throw is in the air, and it's no good. This is Taylor Brown, by the way, who's shooting the free throws. Just getting started here. Glad to have you listening on WOKZ or watching on my15news.com. Second free throw is good, and Flora takes a 1-0 lead. And the Wolf Gals put the press on, but the Lions are going to break it easily. Pass goes in the left corner to Nelson. Kalen drives out of there to the backcourt, gets it off to Maddie Hout. Hout now comes forward, passes left side to Cowling, in the corner to Nelson, but now Malia Schmittler dribbles it off her foot, out of bounds. However, the official says it was touched last by Flora. So Edwards County will get it on the left baseline. It'll be tossed in by Maddie Hout. She loops it in to Schmittler at the free throw line, out to the right side. There's a three-point shot, good by Camille Cowling. Camille Cowling knocks down the three, and Edwards County takes a 3-1 lead at 6:25 and counting first period. Wolf Gals with the basketball now, passing to the right side. It goes to Heimlich. Heimlich dribbles to the top of the key, fires a three ball, and that's good. Gracie Heimlich comes back with a three, and it's now 4-3 Flora. Quickly across the timeline on the dribble is Cowling, handing it off now to Maddie Hout, and the Lions will set up. Here we go again with the camera, Troy. You're going to have to keep an eye on that. Dribbling now, Cowling, back outside it goes. That's Schnepper. Lost the ball, taken away from her, and what do we got? A foul or a tie-up?
He's giving, well, Flora wanted a timeout, but he's not giving.
Skip Dillon apparently did not allow the timeout, and they haven't put up a foul up there, have they, Troy?
There's no foul. It's a turnover of some sort.
Must have been the ball went out of bounds or traveling, one of the two. I don't understand what it was. Flora gets the ball either way. This is Darrow on the dribble, passing it to the left side, off there to Walden. Walden, top of the key to Benke, and now it comes back to Heimlich. Heimlich to the right side. That's Walden. Walden goes baseline, has a shot blocked, picked up by Schmittler for Edwards County. Up to Maddie Hout. Maddie sends it over to Schmittler. Now Edwards County with the ball in the backcourt. There's a long three by Nelson. It's good. Kaylin Nelson, who just earlier this evening qualified for the three-point shot. Oh, boy, Troy, we're just going to have to put something on this camera to keep that cable down. Anyway, Flora's got the basketball now in the backcourt. That's Brown, handing it off now to Walden to the right side to Darrow. Darrow drives down the lane, passes to the left corner. A long three is off the mark, no good from Heimlich. But the Wolf Gals get the rebound in the far right corner. Back outside, driving in goes Darrow, puts it on the glass and scores. Kirsten Darrow gets a 2-point basket, and it's now Flora 6, Edwards County 6. There's a pass underneath, and a foul by Flora as Kaylin Nelson went in for an easy lay-in. She was fouled there by Kirsten Darrow. That'll be her first. So now it'll be Kaylin Nelson at the line to shoot 2 free throws. 4 girls did qualify in the three-point shot contest earlier this evening. Free throw is no good by Nelson. This is no night to be missing free throws, Troy. Championship game of the Albion Class 2A Regional with the right to move on to the Tuscola Sectional next Monday night. Second free throw is good by Nelson, and that puts Edwards County back on top 7-6 at 4:20 remaining in the first quarter. Wolf Gals with the basketball. Heimlich passes to the left side to Walden. Back top of the key now to Benke. Benke gets it back to Heimlich. She shoots a three. That's in and out. Rebound fought for and saved in, but right back into Flora. Here's a long three-point shot that's no good by Walden, and the ball scoots out of bounds, touched last by Flora. So the Lions will get it out of bounds, and Flora's going to put the press on again. Schnepper gets the inbounds pass into Hout, back to Cowling, up the court to Schnepper. Now to Hout in the backcourt, down low Malia, works in, puts it on the glass and scores. Malia Schmidtler gets her first basket, and Edwards County takes a 9-6 lead at 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Wolf Gals now coming to the right side with a pass there to Brown. Brown guarded by Hout, loops the ball in the lane, stolen away by Malia Schmidtler, and the Lions will go back on offense. Maddie Hout hands it off to Camille Cowling. Camille now hands the ball to Jenna Schnepper, who drives by her. Jenna feeds it back to Cowling on the right side. Now to Maddie in the backcourt. Nelson left side. Back out to Hout. Down low Malia. Goes in, puts it on the glass and scores. That's 2 baskets for Malia. And the Lions are up 11-6 now with 3:05 left in the first quarter. Gracie Heimlich sends it to the right side. Now dribbles. It's at the top of the key, back to the right side. That's Darrow on the drive, stops top of the key, feeds it off to Benke. Benke goes to the baseline on the right side, can't shoot. Gets it back to Darrow, who goes in, lays it up and in. Kirsten Darrow gets her second basket of the night, and it's Edwards County 11, Flora 8. Quick pass up the court, and here's Nelson in the far left corner, sending it back out to Cowling. Again Nelson, down low, Malia puts it up, missed it. Fight for the rebound, and Flora comes out of there with it. Gracie Heimlich down the left side, stops, pops up a 10-footer. It's no good. The loose ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a foul charged against Flora. Skip Dillon, one of the officials for tonight, has called a foul against one of the Wolf Gals. Who is it, Troy?
25.
25, that would be Jancy Binky. That's the second team foul against the Wolf Gals. All right, here's Maddie Hout passing right side to Nelson, back to Maddie in the backcourt. Now over here, Schnepper for 3, off the mark, no good. Rebound fought for under the basket, picked out of there by Cowling, but taken away from her by Taylor Brown. And the Wolf Gals will go back on offense with less than 2 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Edwards County up by 3, 11-8. On the weave, that's Heimlich shooting from just above the free throw line, no good. Rebound comes off to Nelson. Kalen down the right side, now stops, feeds it back out to Maddie Hout. Again, Nelson for 3, but that's bank shot, no good. And the loose ball picked up by Heimlich for the Wolf Gals. Wolf Gals now on offense. Here comes Heimlich to the right side, hands it off to Darrow. Darrow, top of the key for 3. That rims out, no good. Rebound to Schmidtler for the Lions. Now over to Maddie Hout. Maddie brings the ball across the timeline, gives it off now to Camille Cowling. Over to the left side to Nelson, back to Cowling, to the right side. Schnepper for three. That's no good. And the rebound to Nelson. Back outside to Cowling. Camille drives down, lost the ball. It's loose on the floor, and a scramble for it, and it's a tie-up. And the possession arrow will give the ball to Edwards County. 51.6 seconds remaining now in this opening quarter. Edwards County up by 3, 11-8. Edwards County will get the ball on the right baseline. Hout loops it in to Schmittler, back to Hout, right corner, and that ball's going to be stolen away, but it's going to go out of bounds. Nice defensive play there by Kirsten Darrow to tip that ball away, but couldn't get to it before it went out of bounds. So the Lions will get it right in front of the student cheering section. Cowling inbounds it to Maddie Hout. Maddie across the timeline, comes to the left side with a pass to Schnepper. Down the lane, feeds it off. There's a shot up by Schmittler, no good. Rebound to the Wolf Gals. Taylor Brown gets that rebound. Flora beat Mount Carmel last night for the right to play for the championship here tonight against Edwards County, who beat Lawrenceville last night. Top of the key for three is a swisher. 3-point basket for Gracie Heimlich. That's her second three of the night, and we're tied at 11 with 10 seconds remaining. Here's Nelson. Now to Cowling, back to Nelson. Lions have it 7 seconds. Somebody better get ready to shoot. Now it's Nelson, top of the key, driving, lost the ball, and the horn goes off, and that's the end of the first quarter, and our score is Edwards County 11 and Flora 11.
Larry Schmittler Service, oil field engine repair in Grayville. Larry and Linda Schmittler are the grandparents of Malia Schmittler, as well as football, basketball, and baseball player Martin Schmittler and basketball player Ty Schmittler, and Malia plays girls basketball. Citizens National Bank in Albion. Doug Raber, your State Farm Insurance agent in Albion. Kenton Sunale of Nails Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield. Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of the Lions. Edwards County Superintendent of Schools David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albion. One stop for all of your insurance and real estate needs with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you.
All right, we're ready to go back to play as we start the second quarter. The Flora Wolf Gals will get the basketball. We're tied at 11 after one quarter of play. Pass comes in to Kirsten Darrow. She crosses the timeline, picked up by Kaylin Nelson. Still dribbling. Darrow comes to the right. Pass comes off there to Heimlich. Heimlich goes top of the key, feeds it. Oh, nice steal by Malia Schmittler. Now to Maddie Hout. And that's a pass. You can't pass the ball through somebody's arms, girls. Right into the arms of a Flora girl. Gracie Heimlich across the line, feeds it left side. Off there it goes to Emma Walden. Now down low, a driving layup is good by Emma Walden. And now the Wolf Gals are on top, 13-11. On the other end, we got a whistle, and Jenna Schnepper stepped out of bounds, driving the right baseline. And Jonathan Hinton has seen enough. He wants a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Back in 30 seconds, this is Edwards County basketball.
Eddie and Joyce Miller, Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, Georgia Shirley Tribe, Brian Mavis, your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion, Dr. Lawrence Spear, Holly and Sam, Spear Chiropractic Clinic on the west side of the Courthouse Square in Albion.
All right, we're ready to go back to play. Flora has taken a 2-point lead, 13-11, with 7:23 on the clock, second period. Wolf Gals with the ball. Kirsten Darrow comes up with the basketball, passes left side. It goes off there to Binky. Now down low, Darrow's wide open, puts it up, no good, but she's fouled by Kaylin Nelson. That'll be Kaylin's first personal. And we're not in the bonus situation yet. I guess they can say she was in the act of shooting. So Darrow's going to get 2 free throws. First one is in the air, and that's good. Flora now leading 14-11. You got to say this, Troy, they've got some momentum going for them after they beat Mount Carmel last night in a surprise. Here comes the next free throw. It's in the air, and that one's good. So now it's Flora 15, Edwards County 11. Lions down by 4. Here's Maddie Hout, right side Nelson. Kalen dribbles to the backcourt. Now starts going back into the lane, goes in, lays it up and in, but they say there was a foul before she ever got to the basket. So they won't count that basket.
This will probably be on Heimrich.
Just give me the number.
1.
Heimlich, okay. That's her first. Pass comes into Hout. Now to Schnepper. Jenna is going to be called for travel. Jenna shuffled her feet in trying to maneuver to drive to the basket. There's a costly turnover. 5:54 on the clock, second period. Flora leading by 4 with the basketball. Lions playing their man-to-man defense. Here comes Heimlich to the right side to Darrow. Now Darrow comes to the free throw line, gets it to the left corner. 3-point shot by Brown is no good. Loose ball picked up by Flora. Darrow shoots one up. That's off the rim. No good. It goes over the backboard. That's out of bounds territory. So the Lions will get the ball now. 6:31 on the scoreboard clock. Second period. Lions still down by 4, 15-11. Maddie Hout to the right side, gives it off to Nelson. Nelson off now to Schnepper. Now to Hout as the Lions weave it around the semicircle. Here's Camille Cowling giving it off to Schnepper. Lions are trying to get Malia Schmittler open underneath, but the Wolf Gals have got her boxed in, double teamed. Here's Schnepper. Schnepper comes to the backcourt, hands it off to Maddie Hout. Maddie looking, passes left side Nelson, down low Cowling. Puts up a shot, no good, but she was fouled. And that'll be against Jancy Binky, and that'll be 2 on her. That's one way the Lions can help out, Troy, is if they get the Flora Wolf Gals in foul trouble, but of course nobody's even close to that right now. Camille Cowling goes to the line to shoot 2 free throws. We need him, Camille. We're down by 4. Here comes the first one, and swish, it's good. Camille now with 4 points on the night. Could make it 5 if she can convert this next free throw. Sophia Heath checks into the lineup now for Flora, replacing Kirsten Darrow. One more free throw for Camille. It's on its way, and it misses everything. It's an air ball. And so Flora will get the ball out of bounds. Lions go back on defense, not using a press here at this point. 15-12, Flora by 3, 5:55 and counting, second period. Wolf Gals, pass to the left side, goes out of bounds, touched last by Flora. It went off the hands of Emma Walden into the Edwards County bench. So the Lions will bring the basketball up, hoping to get a 3 to tie the score, or at least a 2-point basket. Pass goes right side to Schnepper. Schnepper looking, back out to Hout, and a bad pass, stolen away by Flora. And now there's a scramble for a loose ball, and it's picked up by Darrow for Wolf Gals. She'll bring the ball up the court. Darrow comes to the right side with a pass there to Heimlich. Heimlich, top of the key, to the right side to Darrow. Darrow to the top of the key after dribbling out of the right corner. Now sends it back to the right side. That's Heimlich. Heimlich. Now back to Darrow on the right. Darrow goes top of the key. Look out now. That girl passes underneath. Wide open. But they missed the shot underneath. And the rebound to Malia Schmittler. Up to Nelson. Kalen sends it back out to Hout. Now to Cowling. In down low. Malia can't get a shot. The ball stolen away from her by Flora. They're not giving Malia Schmittler much room to work in there. Wolf Gals with the ball. That's Walden dribbling. Shooting from the top of the key. That's no good there by Brown. Rebound to Edwards County. Quick pass up to Schnepper. She drives in, puts it up, no good. Rebound slapped out of the hands of Malia Schmittler after she got the rebound. And Edwards County will get the ball on the left baseline. Well, I'll tell you what, Troy, they know they've got to stop Malia, and so far they're doing a pretty good job of it. Pass comes into Malia, and there's another bad pass for the Lions. That must be at least maybe four, at least three bad passes the Lions have made here early in this game. Wolf Gals with the ball. Top of the key, pass goes left side. That's Heimlich. And a pass, and the Lions steal it away. Maddie Hout down the far sideline dribbling, and she lost the ball out of bounds right at the Flora bench, but it was touched last by the Wolf Gals. So Camille Cowling will toss it in at that point. 4:04 on the clock here. Now that's all that's left in the first half. Flora still holding on to a 15-12 lead. Pass left side, Nelson. Nelson works baseline, goes in, lays it on the glass and scores. Kaylin Nelson now with 6 points, and now Flora wants a timeout with 3:53 remaining here in this second quarter. It's Edwards County down by a point, 15-14. Back in 30 seconds, this is Edwards County basketball.
Greg and Nancy Nelson, that is Kaylin's grandparents. Jerry and Chris Brock Jones. Jeff and Angie Hout are Maddie Hout's parents. Dean and Marsha Wiseman. Ed and Mary Bailey. And Don and Norma Longbonds.
All right, we're ready to go back to play here. Flora will bring the basketball up the court, leading by a point with 3:50 on the clock and counting. That's Darrow coming to the left side on the dribble, really being pestered there by Nelson. And the ball slapped loose, and it's picked up by Jenna Schnepper. She's going to get a breakaway layup for Jenna Schnepper after a big steal. And the Lions now take the lead 16-15 at 3:30 to go in the second period. Wolf Gals dribbling now. That is Walden. Shot is up and in. Who took that shot, Troy? I was trying to fix the camera.
Walden.
There's a long shot by Nelson that's no good. The rebound fought for. It's a tie-up. So Walden gets that basket to put Flora back on top 17-16. And the possession arrow on that tie-up will give Edwards County the basketball on the right baseline. Maddie Hout to toss it in. Maddie looking, gets it into Schnepper. Jenna on the left side, back out here to Cowling. Camille hands it off again to Schnepper. Jenna drives to the backcourt, gives it off to Maddie Hout, and the Lions reset. Maddie dribbling, passes right side to Schnepper. Jenna back outside to Cowling. That was a dangerous pass, but we got away with it. Back to Cowling. Camille drives in, all the way in, puts it on the glass and scores. Good driving layup by Camille Cowling. And Edwards County's on top again, 18-17 at 2:40 to go here in the first half. This is Kirsten Darrow dribbling here on the backcourt. It goes to Heimlich, and the ball scoots out of bounds. Touch last by Flora. And the Edwards County student cheering section loving that. Well, the adults love it too. Pretty good sized crowd over here, Troy. It's pretty close to capacity on our side here tonight. And of course, Flora, they brought a lot of fans here too. Here's Maddie Hout passing left side to Nelson. Kaylin comes back to the backcourt. Oh, wide underneath. Maddie Hout puts it up in. Beautiful assist by Kaylin Nelson to get the ball to Maddie Hout for the lay-in. Lions are up by 3 now, 20-17 with 2:05 remaining in the half. Pass goes in the high post off there to Brown. And ball stolen away by Maddie Hout. Maddie coming out on the dribble, goes in, lays it up, no good, but she's fouled. Well, the Lions are beginning to get their schmazzola back now, Troy. Schmazzola, is that a word?
I don't think so.
You don't think it is? Who'd they put the foul?
The foul is on 3.
On 3? Well, that would be on Sophia Heath, her first. Come on, Maddie, we need these free throws. Just a minute 58 left. No, wouldn't you know it, she missed it. So Maddie will get another one. Chance to give Edwards County a 4-point lead now with 1:58 remaining in the first half. Come on, Maddie, we need the free throw. After several dribbles of the basketball, the free throw is on its way, and that one is banked in. It counts just as good as a swisher. And the Lions are up 21-17. Here we go again, Troy. All right, pass comes to the right side. Off there to Walden. Walden to the backcourt. That's Darrow driving all the way in, puts it on the glass, no good. The ball tipped out of bounds. Touch last by Flora. So Edwards County will get the ball now with 1:38 remaining. Maddie's across the timeline. Passes left. Oh, another stupid pass stole away, but now Jenna Schnipper comes back to save it. Come on, girls, watch your passing. Pass comes up the right side to Nelson. Back out to Maddie. She shoots a three. Swish! Maddie Hout knocks down a big three ball. Edwards County 24, Flora 17. And now a good defensive work by Camille Cowling causes Flora to throw the ball away on the left baseline. And now Flora wants timeout. We'll take a 60-second break. This is Edwards County basketball.
Chris and Lori Schmittler, Malia Schmittler's parents. Larry Schmittler Service, Oilfield Engine Repair in Grayville. Larry and Linda Schmittler, the grandparents of basketball player Malia Schmittler, football, basketball, and baseball player Martin Schmittler, and basketball player Ty Schmittler. Citizens National Bank in Albion. Doug Raber, your State Farm Insurance agent in Albion. Kenton Sue Nail of Nail's Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield. Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of the Lions. Edwards County Superintendent of Schools David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albion. One stop for all of your insurance and real estate needs with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you.
All right, we're ready to go back to play. Coming up on a minute to play. Lions up now by 7, 24-7. Underneath, Maddie Hout misses a layup. Rebound to Flora. Gracie Heimlich hands the basketball off to teammate Kirsten Darrow. Darrow across the timeline. 50 seconds and counting. And the ball scoots out of bounds again. And, well, we got a foul. And that's against Edwards County. Who we put it on?
It's on Maddie Hout.
All right, for Maddie, that's her first personal. So Flora will get it near the scorer's bench. Pass tipped loose, but picked back up by Darrow. Darrow, guarded by Nelson, comes left side, now moves back towards the middle of the backcourt. Kalen's all over her. Now it comes to Heimlich. Heimlich guarded by Cowling. Lions playing real tight defense now against Flora after they shot the ball well from the three-point line. Now driving in, Darrow back outside. Heimlich for three. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound to Malia Schmittler, but she's going to be called for traveling. Malia shuffled her feet and trying to find somebody to pass the ball to. So Flora will get the ball back with 19.3 seconds left, trailing by 7 now, 24-17. Both gals on the left baseline. Pass comes in. Long shot from the left corner is no good by Binky. Rebound to Edwards County. Maddie Hout down the far sideline. Passes cross court to Cowling. In the corner, Nelson. Kalen out to Malia in the lane. Pops it up and in. That time the Lions got the ball to Malia. Malia's got 6 points now. There's a long desperation shot at the horn. And that's the halftime horn. Our halftime score. Edwards County 26 and Flora 17. Back with halftime information in 60 seconds. This is Edwards County basketball.
Eddie and Joyce Miller, Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, George and Shirley Tribe, Brian Mavis, your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion, Dr. Lawrence Spear, Holly and Sam, Spear Chiropractic Clinic on the west side of the Courthouse Square in Albion. Greg and Nancy Nelson, that is Kalen's grandparents. Jerry and Chris Brock Jones. Jeff and Angie Hout are Maddie Hout's parents. Dean and Marsha Wiseman. Ed and Mary Bailey. Don and Norma Longbones. Chris and Lori Schmittler, they are Malia Schmittler's parents.
Just a few of our webcast boosters. Troy will be mentioning more of them as the evening goes on. Troy, look in that case there and see if you can find something to hang on that for a little bit of weight. Well, we are at halftime, and I'll tell you what, there for a while things weren't going very well for the Edwards County Lady Lions, but they finally got their act together, and they have built a 9-point lead here at halftime, 26-17. And the reason I was concerned when at the end of the first quarter we were tied at 11 was because Flora was getting some good three-point shots by Gracie Heimlich. In fact, she hit 2 of them there in the first quarter. And from time to time, they did have the lead. And I well remember last night what happened to the Mount Carmel Lady Aces as Flora, in my opinion, pulled off an upset by knocking off Mount Carmel and earning the right to play here tonight in this regional championship event. Right now, what's going on at midcourt is the traditional Edwards County Booster Club fundraiser, the half-court shot. And for $1, you get a chance to take a shot from the half court. And if you make it, you get a big 16, I don't know how big a bottle it is, plastic bottle of soda pop. And of course, that raises money for the athletics here at Edwards County High School as supported by the Edwards County Booster Club. We are at halftime, and the Lions, after being tied at the, did you find anything? Anything? We just could hang on there. Tied at 11. The Lions then played much better defense and held Flora to only 6 points in the second quarter. And they are leading here as the Lions scored a lot of points in the second quarter, leading here 26-11. Now somewhere here I've got a rundown of other games that are being played tonight. And perhaps when we go back to the studios here in just a few minutes, Jeremy, my board operator back there, will have some scores. At Warrensburg tonight, Sullivan is tangling with Villa Grove. At Robinson tonight, Teutopolis is tangling with Marshall. At Pana, it's Pana versus Arthur Levington Atwood Hammond. At Vienna, it's Hamilton County against Vienna. At Wayne City tonight, it's Harrisburg against Anna Jonesboro. At Campbell Hill, it's Nashville against Pinckneyville. And at Trenton tonight, it's Belleville Altoff Catholic against Cesar Valier. Our halftime scores brought to you by Albion Auto Parts, your CarQuest Auto Parts dealer, located right down there close to Champion Laboratories in Albion. And those of you guys who like to work on your cars or trucks, well, from time to time, you're going to have a need for some kind of part for your car or truck, and there's a good place to go for that part. I'm speaking, of course, of your CarQuest Auto Parts dealer, Albion Auto Parts. If they don't have the part in stock, usually they can get it for you by the next day. So check with Albion Auto Parts, your CarQuest Auto Parts dealer, anytime you need parts for your car or truck. All right, Jeremy, back there to the studios. What have you got for us? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, we are at halftime, and we're going to check the halftime stats. The halftime stats brought to you by Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler, located at 124 West Main there, or East Main there in Fairfield. And when you guys out there are shopping for a new car, or you gals too, or maybe you just want to trade cars, maybe a good used car would be what you need. Well, the good guys, I can't remember all their names. Sheldon Bunning's one name. That guy, it'd be hard to forget Sheldon Bunning, wouldn't it? Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, he's another one of the guys. Dennis Downs, he's one of the salesmen. They have a full line of very experienced salesman at Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler there in Fairfield. And so when you need a car, a used car or truck, a new car or truck, my recommendation is check out first the guys at Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler right there in Fairfield. It won't be hard to find them, and they're right there on the east edge of Fairfield. You'll find out they have a great service department too if your car needs servicing or your truck needs servicing. So go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler, or you can check them out online, lemansonline.com. All right, let's look at the halftime stats. Gracie Heimlich has 6 points for Flora. That coming on 2 3-point buckets there in the first quarter. Kirsten Darrow also has 6 points. That coming on 2 2-point baskets in the first quarter and 2 out of 2 at the free throw line in the second quarter. Emma Walden has 4 points on 2 2-point baskets in the second quarter. And Taylor Brown has 1 point, 1 out of 2 at the free throw line in the first quarter. Flora scoring 11 points in the first quarter. At that point tied with Edwards County, 11-11. But Edwards County's defense stiffened up in the second quarter, allowing Flora to score only 6 points. And at halftime, Flora trails Edwards County 26-17. Personal foul situation for Flora. Jancy Binky has 2 personal fouls. Kirsten Darrow, Sophia Heath, and Gracie Heimlich each have 1 personal foul. So nobody in any foul situation for Flora. On the Edwards County side, the leading scorer here at halftime, well, it's going to be pretty close between 3 girls. Camille Cowling has 6 points at halftime. She hit a big 3-ball in the first quarter, a 2-point basket in the second quarter, and 1 out of 2 at the free throw line for her 6 points. Also scoring 6 points for Edwards County is Maddie Hout. All of those points coming in the second quarter. She hit a 3-point basket, a 2-point basket, and 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Kaylin Nelson has 5 points on 2 2-point baskets in each quarter. Let's check that. Kaylin also has 6 points. I just have noticed that one of her baskets was a 3. Kaylin hit a big 3 in the first quarter, a 2-point basket in the second quarter, and 1 out of 2 at the free throw line for her 6 points. And Malia Schmittler also has 6 points. All of those coming on 2-point baskets in the lane, 2 of them in the first quarter and 1 in the second quarter. Edwards County scoring 11 points in the first quarter and adding 15 points in the second quarter. And that has given the Lions their advantage they enjoy here at halftime, 26-17. Both teams are back out on the court now. We're going to take a 30-second break. Back in 30 seconds, this is Edwards County basketball.
Chris and Lori Schmittler, Malia Schmittler's parents, Larry Schmittler Service, Oilfield Engine Repair in Grayville. Larry and Linda Schmittler are the grandparents of basketball player Malia Schmittler, football, basketball, baseball player Martin Schmittler, and basketball player Ty Schmittler.
All right, we're back to play. The Wolf Gals get the ball to start the second half. On the drive, that's Darrow, being guarded closely by Nelson. It comes back out now to Heimlich. Heimlich throws it out of bounds. Tried to pass the ball down low to Jancy Binky, but it went over her head out of bounds, so there's a costly turnover for the Wolf Gals to start the second half. Maddie Hout brings the ball across the timeline. Comes to the left of the key, hands it off to Nelson, top of the key. Cowling for 3, off the glass, no good. Rebound to Flora. That was Walden with a rebound. Gets it to Heimlich, and now to Darrow. Darrow, left side pass, off there to Walden. Walden dribbles to the top of the key, pass to the right side, almost stolen away, but Heimlich's got it now. Right, far corner for 3 is good. There's a 3-point basket for Emma Walden. And that makes it Edwards County 26, Flora 20. Lions on the attack now. This is Schnepper to Cowling on the right side. Camille, top of the key to Hout. Down low, intended for Malia. The ball taken away. Wolf Gals really trying to stop Malia. There's Walden driving in, putting it on the glass. No good. And she flattens Maddie Hout. And are they going to call that on Maddie? I think they are.
Blocking foul on Hout.
I think Maddie was hoping they'd call that a charging foul, but no such thing. And it's going to be 2 free throws coming up here for Emma Walden. Free throw in the air is no good. She'll get another one. Just getting started here in the second half. Lions up now by 6, 26-20. Championship game of the Albion Class 2A Girls Regional. Second free throw, no good. The fight for the rebound, and Schmittler wins the battle. Now it comes to Cowling down the near sideline. Camille has the ball slapped out of her hands out of bounds. It'll still belong to Edwards County, right in front of the Edwards County student cheering section. Camille Cowling to toss it in. Official making sure that Camille is given enough room to make a good inbounds pass. It comes into Maddie Hout. Maddie in the backcourt dribbling, comes to the right, hands it off to Cowling. Camille comes back to the right. Almost lost the ball. Now gets it off to Maddie, who drives baseline, puts it on the glass and scores. Good driving layup by Maddie Hout. Maddie's got 8 points. Pardon me. Lions up by 8, 28-20. 6:25 on the clock and counting. Wolf Gals with the basketball. That's Walden. Underneath, there's Heimlich with a shot that's blocked. Wolf Gals put it back up and in. Was that Heimlich, Troy, or was that Darrow?
Heimlich.
Heimlich gets the basket. All right. All right, Lions with the ball. It goes in the high post to Schmittler. Back to Maddie driving. Oh, she missed the layup, but it's put back up and in by Malia Schmittler on the stick back. Lions 30. Wolf Gals 22. It's Darrow in the backcourt, challenged by Nelson. Pass to the right. Oh, loose ball on the floor. A scramble for it, but Flora gets it back. Out to Walden. Walden dribbling to the right side. Gets it off there. There's a three-point shot that's off the glass. No good. Rebound put back up by Darrow and good. Kirsten Darrow gets the put back in. 30-24. Edwards County by 6. 5:25 and counting, third period. Hout to Nelson. Nelson back out to Maddie. Maddie comes to the backcourt. Gets it off to Schnepper, who lost the ball as she drove for the basket. Jenna just could not keep control of the ball, so the ball goes back to the Wolf Gals. 5:16 on the clock and counting. Wolf Gals in no hurry as they bring the ball up the court. That's Kirsten Darrow. Passing off the post there to Brown. Taylor Brown loops it in the lane. Turn around by Binky is no good. Loose ball picked up by Flora. Darrow back outside. A three-point shot is good. Three-point basket there by Taylor Brown, and we're going to get a timeout called. I think it's going to be 30. Let's see. Yep, 30-second timeout. Back after this. This is Edwards County basketball.
Citizens National Bank in Albion. Doug Raber, your State Farm Insurance agent in Albion. Kenton Sue Nail of Nail's Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield. Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of the Lions. And Edwards County Superintendent of Schools David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison.
Well, Troy, we're going to be back here again tomorrow night. It'll be the Edwards County Lions boys basketball team hosting the highly touted Fairfield Mules. If you can't attend in person, listen to it on WOKZ or watch it, the video on my15news.com. Edwards County with the basketball. Schnepper, right side, drives baseline all the way in, puts it on the glass and scores. Good driving layup by Jenna Schnepper. She's got 4 points. Edwards County 32. Flora 27. Darrow in the backcourt comes right side. Pass goes off there. Off to Walden. Walden guarded by Cowling. Still on the dribble. Has the ball slapped loose but gets it back. Dribbling near the Flora bench, and it's taken away but taken right back. Driving down, the pass goes to the corner. There's a three-point shot that's no good by Brown. And the Wolf Gals come up with a loose ball. Here's a long three, and it's good! Gracie Heimlich knocks down the three ball. That's 3 for her tonight. Edwards County's lead is only 2 now, 32-30. And there goes Kaylin Nelson driving in. She's fouled. And that foul should go to Jancy Binky, and if it is, that's 3 on her, Troy.
And it is.
They're going to have to do something about that. We're going to have Kaylin Nelson going to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws now. She's already 1 out of 2 at the free throw line here tonight. And that's a swisher. I mean, a high-arching free throw shot that touched nothing but net. Come on, Kaylin, do that again. Lions up by 3 now, 33-30. 3:55 remaining, third period. Championship game of the Albion 2A Regional. Well, that one missed off the back of the rim. Rebound to Flora. Kirsten Darrow brings the ball up the court. Passes over here to the left side, off to Emma Walden. Top of the key, there's another 3. That one rims out, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Malia Schmittler clears it out for the Lions. Now out comes Kaylin Nelson down the near sideline. Off to Cowling. Back out to Nelson. Nelson into the backcourt to Maddie Hout, and the Lions will set up the play. Now it comes to Schnepper, to Nelson, back to the right side, Cowling. Camille drives into the paint, scoops it on the glass, no good. Loose ball picked up by Flora. Gracie Heimlich clears it out of there and brings it up the court for the Wolf Gals. 3:10 and counting now. There goes Heimlich down the lane, feeds it back outside to Walden. Walden at the free throw line, back outside. Driving in, there goes Darrell, and she drives in and lays it up and in. Man, these Wolf Gals just won't go away, and Jonathan Hinton wants a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second break. This is Edwards County basketball.
Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albion. One stop for all of your insurance and real estate needs with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you. Eddie and Joyce Miller, Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, George and Shirley Tribe, Brian Mavis, your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion, Dr. Lawrence Spear, Holly and Sam, Spear Chiropractic Clinic on the west side of the Courthouse Square in Albion. Greg and Nancy Nelson are Kaylin's grandparents.
All right, here's the situation. 2 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in the third period. Edwards County's lead has been cut to 1 point, 33-32. Man, oh man, Flora just won't go away, Troy.
Coach Fox must not have a lot of confidence in his bench, Dave, because with that third foul, he did not take Binky out of the lineup.
You know, if they lose her, that could be a big advantage for Edwards County. But
right.
So far, she only has 3. Lions will get the ball. Camille Cowling to toss the ball in to Maddie Hout. Here come the Lions. Up by only 1, 33-32. Hout passes left side Nelson. Oh, nice give and go, but Maddie missed the layup. They fight for the rebound. It's tied up, and the possession arrow will give the ball to Edwards County. So on the right baseline now, Maddie Hout will toss it in. Let's see what the Lions use for an out-of-bounds play here. Pass comes into Malia in the lane at the free throw line. Out to Nelson shooting the 3. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound, Malia puts it back up and in. Malia Schmittler now with 10 points. And it's 35-32, Edwards County by 3 with 2.5 minutes remaining third period. That's Darrow driving right to the right corner. Lost the ball out of bounds. Big turnover there for Flora. Edwards County will get it now. And it'll be tossed in by Cowling in the far right corner. She gets it into Schnepper. Jenna, the guard for Edwards County, across the line. Sends it right side to Cowling. Now out to Maddie Hout in the lane. Malia spins, puts it up, and it rims out, no good. Rebound to Flora. Wolf Gals now coming up on the attack. Down by 3, 35-32. Darrow to the right side. Goes to the corner, now comes back to the backcourt. Now goes down the lane, the ball stripped loose. Still loose on the floor, picked up by Schnepper for Edwards County. Jenna bringing the ball up the court. Comes down the right side to the baseline. The ball knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. It'll still belong to Edwards County on the right baseline. Whoever wins this game plays Monday night at the Tuscola Sectional. Maddie Hout to toss it in, gets it into Nelson. Kaylin holding the ball, gets it into the backcourt to Cowling. Back to Nelson. Kaylin again to Cowling. She feeds it back to Nelson. Now top of the key to Hout. Left side, Schnepper. Jenna, who used to shoot those threes, but she's been a little gun shy recently about shooting the three ball. Now down low, Malia spinning, puts it on the glass. She missed it. Rebound comes off to Walden for Flora. A minute 20 remaining third period. Edwards County by 3, 35-32. This is Darrow driving to the right side. Now comes back to the middle of the backcourt. Pass left side, off to Walden. Emma Walden driving across the backcourt, and a foul is going to be on Maddie Hout as she tried to make a steal. And for Maddie, that's going to be 3. Now, that's a problem for Edwards County. We cannot afford to lose Maddie Hout, Troy.
No.
Wolf Gals will get it right in front of their own bench. And it's going to be tossed in by Taylor Brown. Brown gets it in to Darrow. Darrow back across the timeline, comes down to the right side of the key, goes to the corner, gets it back outside to Heimlich, who shoots a 3. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound to Flora, but now the ball is saved. And almost lost again there by Walden. Wolf Gals now will slow things down and set up the play. There goes Darrow to the right side, off to Walden. Walden dribbling to the free throw line. Gets it off to Brown. Brown to the left corner. Shot inside the three-point arc is good for 2 points. Taylor Brown gets a 2-point basket there, and now it's 35-34, Edwards County by a point. Here's Schnepper in the backcourt. Handing it off to Nelson. Kalen to the right side to Cowling. Cowling on the baseline. Back out to Nelson. Now to Schnepper. 9 seconds. Kalen's going to have to think about shooting. Now here's Cowling for 3. That's off the rim, no good. And now put down. Oh, it's going to be too late. The basket's too late. The third quarter is over. And our third quarter score is Edwards County 35, and Flora 34. Back after this 60-second timeout, this is Edwards County basketball.
Greg and Nancy Nelson is Kalen's grandparents. Jerry and Chris Brock Jones. Jeff and Angie Hout are Maddie Hout's parents. Dean and Marshall Wiseman. Ed and Mary Bailey. Chris and Lori Schmittler are Malia Schmittler's parents. Don and Norma Longbonds. Larry Schmittler Service, Oilfield Engine Repair in Grayville. Larry and Linda Schmittler, the grandparents of Malia Schmittler. Football and basketball player and baseball player Mark Schmittler, basketball player Ty Schmittler, and of course Malia is on the girls basketball team. Citizens National Bank in Albion. Doug Raber is your State Farm Insurance agent in Albion. Kitten Sunale of Nails Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield. Jason Holfaker, a longtime supporter of the Edwards County Lions.
Well, the Flora Wolf Gals knocked off Mount Carmel last night 40-29, and they're trying to pick up an upset here tonight. 8 minutes remaining in this basketball game. And let's see, it's going to be Flora basketball to start the quarter. Lions up by only a point, 35-34. Lions with a much better season record than Flora, but right now only 1 point so divides these two teams as we go to the final quarter. That's Walden on the dribble for the Wolf Gals. Top of the key, really being manhandled there. And now we're going to get a foul on Jenna Schnepper as she tries for a steal. And for Jenna, that should be her first personal. So the ball will belong to the Wolf Gals at side court, right near the scorer's bench. And let's see, it's going to be tossed in by Emma Walden. Walden gets the basketball, gets it in to Darrow. Darrow now comes towards the left side of the key, now back to the middle. And now she goes down the lane, sends it back outside. There's a long 3, that missed everything. And now that ball is going to scoot out of bounds. Touch last by Edwards County. Come on, girls, get a hold of that basketball. Don't play pity-pat with it. All right. It's going to be Flora basketball on the left baseline. Taylor Brown to toss it in. Pass comes in, the ball loose, picked up by Darrow under the basket, put up and banked in by Jancy Banky. And Flora leads now 36-35. Lions have got to start holding onto the ball. Here's Schnepper for 3, off the rim, no good. Rebound to Schmittler. Puts it on the glass and scores. Malia Schmittler with another basket. Lions back on top, 37-36. 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Darrow to the right side on the dribble, goes baseline, now comes back to the backcourt. Cross-court pass to Brown. Underneath. Oh, good steal by Malia. Schmittler with a steal. Hout up here to Schnepper. Schnepper drives in and she is fouled. I think the foul's going to be on Taylor Brown, and if it is, that'll only be her first. 34, Troy?
Yes.
All right, Taylor Brown gets it. That's her first. Now substitute checks in for Flora. Number 10, that's Jaron Allen. She replaces Taylor Brown. Jaron Allen, by the way, she qualified for the three-point shootout contest at the sectional in the three-point shoot here earlier tonight. All right, here's Schnepper. Out to Hout. Cross court over to Nelson. Underneath to Malia, who spins. Can't get a shot off. Out to Hout. Maddie down the right side, dribbling. Cross court pass to Schnepper. Jenna drives into the lane, lost the ball. And we're going to get a traveling call against Flora. After they picked up the basketball, they shuffled their feet. And now Maddie Hout will get the ball on the right baseline. There's a break for Edwards County there. We almost lost possession of the basketball. Pass comes into Malia at the free throw line. She's being manhandled. And finally they call a foul against Flora.
That'll be Jaron Allen.
Okay, and that'll be her first. That might be the reason Allen is in there, Troy.
I think you're right.
To hammer around on Malia. And now the inbound pass from Hout comes out here to Schnepper. Over here to Cowling. Camille back to the right side to Hout. Maddie back to the backcourt. Schnepper. Now to Nelson on the right side. Kalen takes one dribble. Gets it off to Schnepper. Lions working around. 6:10 left in the ball game. And now Camille Cowling goes knocked to the floor. And that's going to be another foul against Flora.
And that'll be 4 on Binky.
Oh boy. That's a big break for Edwards County. We get that girl out of there. That's going to put a different girl out there. Well, Taylor Brown checks back in. Hout to toss in on the right baseline. Gets it into Schmittler. Back to Maddie Hout. Pass all left side is tipped out of bounds into the Edwards County bench. It'll still be Edwards County basketball. Come on, girls. Be careful with those passes. Camille Cowling to toss it in. And she gets the ball. Slaps it one time. Gets it in the corner to Hout. Maddie dribbles to the backcourt. And the Lions set up their play. Pass to the right side, Schnepper. Back to Maddie driving down. Puts it on the glass. Good! Maddie Hout with a big driving layup. Maddie's got 10 points tonight now. Lions up by 3, 39-36 with 5 minutes, 40 seconds remaining and counting. This is Darrow. Over here to Brown. Taylor Brown looking on the left side. Back to the backcourt. Off there to Walden. Now she gets it off to Darrow. Down the lane she goes. Sends it back outside. The Edwards County fans wanted a traveling call. Here's a three-point shot that missed everything. Rebound to Edwards County. Maddie Hout comes up with it. Maddie across the timeline. Comes to the right side with a pass to Schnepper. And Jenna dribbles to the backcourt. Hands it off there to Camille Cowling. Back to Maddie. In the lane. Turn around. Malia got it. Oh, beautiful pass from Maddie Hout to Malia Schmittler for the lay-in. And now Flora wants a timeout with 5:01 remaining in the ball game. Edwards County 41 and Flora 36. Back in 30 seconds. This is Edwards County basketball.
Edwards County Superintendent of Schools David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison, Eddie and Joyce Miller, Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, George and Shirley Tribe, Brian Mavis, your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion, Dr. Lawrence Spear, Holly and Sam, Spear Chiropractic Clinic on the west side of the Courthouse Square in Albion, Greg and Nancy Nelson, Kaylin's grandparents, Jerry and Chris Brock Jones, Jeff and Angie Hout are Maddie Hout's parents, and Dean and Marshall Wiseman.
All right, we're back here at Edwards County High School, Linda Oxby Gymnasium. 5 minutes, 1 second remaining in this championship game of the Albion Class 2A Regional Tournament. The winner moves on to the Tuscola Sectional Monday night. And right now the Lions are up by 5 points, 41-36. These Wolf Gals, though, folks, they just won't go away. They keep clawing back every time Edwards County builds a lead. Wolf Gals with the basketball. Kirsten Darrow comes to the right side with a pass. Off there to Taylor Brown. Brown holding the ball above the head. Passes over here now to Emma Walden. To the left side to Darrow. Darrow guarded by Nelson. Sends it to the backcourt. 3-point shot. Good! Gracie Heimlich knocks down a big three, and now it's 41-39. Lions by 2. Maddie Hout in the backcourt now. Waits for the play to develop. Comes to the right side. Gets a screen. Sends it in the corner to Schnepper. Back out to Maddie. Oh, that's a bad pass, Maddie. They could see that coming, and they knocked it out of bounds. Sometimes, Troy, the way we telegraph where we're going to pass it to is a shame. But Edwards County will get the ball at side court. Camille Cowling will toss it in. Cowling gets it in to Hout in the far left corner. Back out to Schnepper. Now to Nelson. Again to Schnepper. Schnepper dribbling. 4:15 on the clock and counting now. Fourth period. Pass to the right side. Nelson in the far right corner. Nelson back out to Hout. There's another one to the left corner. Schnepper for three, and that doesn't hit it. Now the rebound fed back to Schnepper, and she missed the layup. Check that. That's Cowling. Camille Cowling. No, it was Schnepper. And the ball loose on the floor, picked up by Flora. Jenna missed the layup after a good feed from Malia Schmittler. Wolf Gals could take a tie or the lead with a three here. Pass left side. That's Darrow. Darrow back to the backcourt. Here comes that 3-point shot, and it's good. My gosh, folks, we got to stop that nonsense. 3:33 left, and Edwards County now is down 42-41, and Jonathan Hinton wants a timeout. It's a 60-second timeout. This is Edwards County basketball.
Ed and Mary Bailey, Chris and Lori Schmittler, Malia Schmittler's parents, Don and Norma Longbonds, Larry Schmittler Service, Oilfield Engine Repair in Grayville. Larry and Linda Schmittler are the grandparents of basketball player Malia Schmittler, football, basketball, and baseball player Martin Schmittler, and basketball player Ty Schmittler. Dr. Lawrence Spear, Holly and Sam Spear Chiropractic Clinic on the west side of the Courthouse Square in Albion. Brian Mavis is your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion.
Edwards County with the basketball, trailing by a point now, 42-41. Oh, Maddie Hout, she missed the layup. Rebound to Walden for Flora. Troy, the Lions have got to find a way to put a lid on this Heimlich girl. She's hit 5 3-point baskets tonight for Flora. This is Darrow dribbling here against Nelson. Edwards County fans trying to get a foul called against Flora.
No, they're wanting the 5-second call.
Oh, 5 seconds. Okay. That's what it was. All right. This is Darrow dribbling here against Cowling. Camille slaps the ball away, but Darrow gets it back. Darrow now comes down the left side, feeds it in the corner to Heimlich. Watch this girl. She's the one that's been killing us tonight. Pass goes over to Walden on the right side. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. Flora's eating clock here, Troy, but they only lead by a point. This is kind of dangerous. But if they can do it, it's a big strategy. Here's that girl. There's that. Oh, nice block there by Malia. But the ball is loose and picked back up by Flora. Back outside. Walden. And now the ball knocked loose again. Flora gets it back in front of the Edwards County bench. They hand it off to Darrow. We're down to 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. Darrow in the backcourt holding. The Edwards County student section all on their feet now. Pass goes left corner. Off there to Walden. Walden gets a screen, knocks down Camille Cowling, but no foul. Shot up on the glass, no good. Put back up and no good. Loose ball put up by Darrow, no good. And the ball knocked out to Schnepper. Schnepper driving is fouled. Gracie Heimlich gets her second personal, and Jenna Schnepper, if she's okay, I don't know, Troy, she may be hurt. Jenna Schnepper is laying on the floor, and she appears to be in pain, and now our athletic director is coming over to check her out. She will have 2 free throws if she's able to shoot them. Only a minute 46 left here. Rachel Stevens, our athletic director, is out there. It looks like a leg injury, Troy, the way she is attending to Jenna.
And we're going to pan that over to the bench while they're doing that.
Yeah, right. I don't know. She's going to get to her feet. I think she's going to be able to go. Yeah, she's up on her feet now. She is showing a little bit of tendency to limp. I don't know. Did we get a timeout call?
Somebody probably called a timeout.
Well, maybe
no,
not.
Didn't.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because here come the Flora girls back out.
But we are getting a timeout now.
Yeah, okay. So what is it, a 30 or a 60?
Haven't seen a signal yet.
I haven't seen a signal yet either. Well, let's just call it a 30-second timeout. Back in 30 seconds, this is Edwards County basketball.
George and Shirley Tribe, Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, Eddie and Joyce Miller, Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albion. One stop for all of your insurance and real estate needs with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you. Edwards County Superintendent of Schools David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison.
Well, here's the situation, folks. Only a minute 46 left in this basketball game. Right now, Flora has the lead, 42-41. But Jenna Schnepper should have 2 free throws to shoot here. Well, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Let's just see what happens here, okay? But we do need these, folks. Free throw in the air. Swish. Now we're tied at 42. Jenna will get another one. Jenna gets the basketball. One dribble. Shot. Missed it. Rebound. Schmittler back up and in. Big rebound for Malia Schmittler with a stick back. Lions up by 2, 44-42. A minute 35 and counting. Darrow. And the ball stolen loose by Maddie Hout. It's loose on the floor, and they still scramble for it. It's still loose. Finally, it's up the court. Picked up by Flora. Boy, I tell you what, it is tense out there. They're going to finally call a foul on Kaylin Nelson. I'll tell you what, Troy, that was a cat fight out there for the possession of that basketball.
Yes.
Edwards County fans are not enjoying that call, but that's only 2 on Kaylin. And we're not in the bonus situation, so Flora will get it out of bounds right near the Edwards County bench. A minute 20 to go. This is Darrow. Off there to Brown. And the ball tipped loose. They fight for the rebound. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Edwards County ball. Lions lead by 2, 44-42 with a minute 10. How will the Lions play it? Will they eat clock with that 2-point lead? Maddie Hout across the line. Dribbling. Handing it off to Camille Cowling. Off to Schnepper. Flora coming out after intensely. Now it's to Maddie. Bounce pass over to Camille. Or check that to Kaylin Nelson. Kaylin just holding the ball. Clock counting down. 50 seconds and counting. Now Flora's going to come out and foul. That was kind of a rough foul there by Taylor Brown. And let's see, we're not in the bonus, so we get the ball out of bounds. That's 2 on Brown, by the way. Now we have 47.3 seconds left. Edwards County 44, Flora 42. Substitute in, Sophia Heath checks in. You know what she's in there for, Troy?
Fouling.
To commit fouls, yeah. All right, Cowling to toss it in right near the by the scorer's bench. Well, pass comes in to Amelia, and she gets the ball taken away. That was not a good place. Pass should have went into Nelson. She was wide open, but they tried to get it into Malia, and they took it away from her. Now Flora with the basketball, and we get a timeout. I think that's what it's going to be. Flora's going to call a timeout. What's it going to be? Is it going to be a 30 or a 60? No direction. Come on, guys. Tell us what it's going to be. It's going to be a 60. Back in 60 seconds. This is Edwards County basketball.
Edwards County Superintendent of Schools David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of the Lions. Kenton Sue Nail of Nail's Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield. Doug Graber, your State Farm Insurance Agent in Albion. And Citizens National Bank in Albion.
Just some of our webcast boosters. If you enjoy watching Edwards County basketball on My 15 News and you see some of these boosters that Troy's been telling you about, thank them for supporting Edwards County Lions basketball. All right, back to play. Flora will get the ball on the right baseline. They throw the ball out of bounds, and it'll belong to Edwards County. They threw the ball out of bounds on the inbounds play, and now Flora's going to put the press on. Camille Cowling to trigger the ball in. We've got to go the length of the court with now 34.2 seconds, and now on the inbounds pass, it's a foul against Flora. And who did they put it on, Troy? Have you seen a number up there yet? We're going to walk to the other end of the floor.
24.
Okay, that's Walden's first. And we're in the bonus now. So Maddie Hout has big free throws, or at least a big one. If she makes the first, she gets a second, but she's got to make the first one. 33.2 seconds left. Free throw. It's good. That's a big free throw right there, folks. Edwards County by 3, 45-42. Maddie could make it a 4-point lead if she hits this second free throw. She dribbles the ball, spins it once in the air. It's up. It is no good. Rebound to Flora. Here comes Darrow up with the basketball for the Wolf Gals. Lions playing man-to-man defense. Darrow coming to the right side of the key, pestered by Nelson. Gets past her. Drives, cut off, back outside. Long three-point shot, no good. Loose ball, under the floor, a scramble. And finally, it's a tie-up, and Edwards County will get the ball. Edwards County will get the ball with 11.2 seconds left, leading by 3, 45-42. And let's see, are we going to get another timeout? Yes, we are. We'll keep it right here. 11.2 seconds left in this basketball game. Edwards County 45, Flora 42. Troy, this has been one whale of a basketball game here tonight.
Well, with this much time left on the clock, the recipe is simple. Keep the ball, if they happen to get the ball back from Edwards County, keep it away from Heimlich, and they've won this game because she's the only one who can hit a three-point shot.
Well, Emma Walden did hit a three back in the third quarter, but everybody, well, no, wait a minute, here's a three from Taylor Brown in the second quarter. But you're right, this Heimlich has hit 5 three-point baskets tonight. And I'll tell you what I saw this last time, Coach Hinton had Malia Schmittler guarding her.
Yeah, smart idea.
That's more height to try to block that shot, and it worked.
Right.
It worked.
Absolutely.
So let's see how the Lions play it. We're going to get the basketball. We got to go the length of the court. 11.2 seconds left. Lions 45, Flora 42. Both teams, now all the fans are up on their feet. It'll be tossed in by Jenna Schnepper. All right, the out-of-bounds play starts. Jenna's got to get it in. She does to Maddie Hout. Maddie drives there, far corner, and a whistle and a foul. And let's see who they put that one on. So Maddie Hout's going to go to the free throw line.
That's another foul on 5.
Okay, that's 2 on Darrow. So now all the Edwards County fans, well, not all of them, but most of them are on their feet now as Maddie Hout gets ready to shoot again, one for the bonus. Big free throws here. It's up. Good! It's a swisher. That ought to do it, folks. That ought to do it. Edwards County by 4, 46-42 with 9.4 seconds left. One more free throw for Maddie. Spins the ball. Shoots the ball. Swish! Edwards County 47, Flora 42. The Lions are going to win it. The Lions are going to win it. Flora with the basketball. Everybody on their feet, the ball loose on the floor, and the horn goes off. And the Edwards County Lions have won their first ever regional championship in Class 2A. The Lions win it 47-42 over the Flora Wolf Gals. What an exciting basketball game it was here tonight at Linda Oxby Gymnasium in Albion, Illinois at Edwards County High School. What a ball game, fans. What a ball game. We're going to take a 60-second break so I can catch my breath. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This is Edwards County basketball.
Dr. Lawrence Spear, Holly and Sam, Spear Chiropractic Clinic on the west side of the Courthouse Square in Albion. Brian Mavis, your Edward Jones Investment Agent in Albion. George and Shirley Tribe. Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife, Jerry. Eddie and Joyce Miller. Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albion. One stop for all of your insurance and real estate needs with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you. Edwards County Superintendent of Schools, David Cowger and his family. David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of the Lions. Kenton Sunale of Nails Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield. Doug Raber, your State Farm Insurance Agent in Albion. And Citizens National Bank in Albion.
Well, Troy, the Lions did it, but I'll tell you what, it wasn't easy by no stretch of the imagination. The Flora Wolf Gals, I'm sure they and the Flora fans are very, very disappointed, but they have nothing to be ashamed of. They gave our Edwards County Lions a hard battle here tonight at Linda Oxby Gym.
Well, if you look at the score from when they played previously, you might have thought, well, Edwards County is going to breeze through this game tonight. But you're playing to stay alive in the postseason, so Flora gave it a fight, but the Edwards County Lady Lions prevailed. Some great coaching decisions down the stretch by Jonathan Hinton, and he's got the girls who know how to execute his game plan.
Well, I'm going to be honest, Troy. I sent an email this afternoon to the director of the sectional tournament up there at Tuscola this afternoon, telling him that we would be there to cover the Edwards County Lions if they win, and it is most likely they will. And I came here tonight thinking that Edwards County would beat this Flora team by at least 10 points and would control the game throughout. Boy, it didn't turn out that way by any stretch of the imagination. Here's how the game went. Wait a minute, I forgot to write down the final. Oh, it's still up there.
Yes, it's still up.
Oh, boy, thanks. I was so excited I forgot to write down the final score. 47-42, there you go. Okay. At the end of the first quarter, we were tied at 11. At halftime, Edwards County did have a 26-17 lead, but Flora came roaring back in that third quarter, and our lead at the end of the third quarter was only 35-34. And there were times, even in the fourth quarter, Troy, where Flora took the lead. And mostly because of the three-point shooting of Gracie Heimlich. That gal shot the eyes out. Well, there isn't any eyes in a basket, but you know what I'm saying. That's a common phrase or saying. I mean, she singed that cords on that net tonight. She was
burning up the nets.
Oh, man. She was a three-point shooter deluxe tonight. And finally, in desperation, as I think I mentioned just a few minutes ago, Coach Hinton decided to put the tallest girl we have on the team, Malia Schmittler, out there to guard her, which meant that she would have a little bit more difference shooting angle. And it worked because the one shot she did take after Malia was guarding her, Malia blocked it.
Right.
I just wish Coach Hinton had made that decision earlier. But I'll tell you what, these Wolf Gals, they are a scrappy bunch. I mean, if you think that was a prissy little nicey girls basketball game out there tonight, folks, you are dead wrong. I mean, those girls, they fought hard. And right now, they're getting ready to cut the nets down. That's going to be a problem for tomorrow night. They're going to have to put new nets up for tomorrow night.
Yeah, they'll have Greg back up on the ladder again.
Greg Tribe is up there cutting down the net to present to the Edwards County Lady Lions, symbolic of the regional championship. And again, folks, this is the first ever. The Lady Lions basketball team here at Edwards County had never, ever won a regional championship. And I've got the... somewhere here, I've got all the season records for the, here it is, going back, according to the IHSA, going back as far as 1998-99 season. The 99-2000 season, the Lions were 20-8, but I'm told they lost in the regional. And there was another good team for Edwards County back in 2004-2005. They were 18-9, but they got beat in the regional. And so here tonight, finally, the Lady Lions basketball team has won a regional and has the right to move on to a sectional tournament. The only thing I'm kind of down about, Troy, we're going to have to drive clear up to Tuscola. Sometimes I scratch my head trying to figure out the IHSA and the way they schedule things.
Me too, Dave, but like I was talking with somebody else the other day, eventually at some point, if you're successful, if you keep winning, you're going to have to drive north anyway.
Well, yeah, but gee whiz for the...
I agree that one sectional thing there where if you come out of one regional, you got to go all the way over to Red Bud. I mean, it's just nuts.
Yeah,
it's
well,
the IHSA.
You know, like the other teams that we were keeping track of, the Wayne City Regional over there where Harrisburg was meeting Anna Jonesboro tonight. Whoever won that game is going to be playing at the Red Bud sectional. I don't know where Red Bud is. I think it's over near St. Louis somewhere.
I think so too.
Anyway, what was that there? Did you just give me a score back there at this tournament? I mean at the control board? Harrisburg wins 35-34. Okay. Do you have any other scores there back there right now on these regionals? Okay, all right. So the other games that we're interested in, first of all, at Warrensburg tonight, Sullivan was tangling with Villa Grove. So now Edwards County will play Monday night, I think it's 6 o'clock. It doesn't say here, but I think it's at 6 o'clock. And they will play either Sullivan or Villa Grove. So Edwards County against either Sullivan or Villa Grove Monday night, I think at 6 o'clock. And we will have that game for you here on WOKZ, 105.9 on your FM dial. We'll also webcast it, video webcast it on my15news.com. The other teams that could be playing up there at Tuscola Monday night, either Teutopolis or Marshall. I'm guessing Teutopolis is going to win that one, Troy. And also at Pana tonight, it's Pana against Arthur Levington Atwood Hammond. So my guess is Teutopolis will be playing against Pana in the second game Monday night. And then the championship of the Tuscola sectional will be played Thursday night. Again, I say 7 o'clock, the starting time for that. So we hope Edwards County wins Monday night and gets to play Thursday night for the sectional championship. If the Lady Lions should win the Tuscola sectional, they would play next in the Salem Super Sectional on Monday, February 18th at 7 o'clock against the winner of the Red Bud Sectional. But that's down the road. But I got to tell you what, Troy, we got by this Flora team by the skin of our teeth here tonight.
It's like I said, Dave, they came ready to play. They were fighting for survival because you lose, you're done. But again, Dave, it was coaching strategies from Coach Hinton down toward the end there that helped the Edwards County Lady Lions prevail, and they played a very good game. Flora gave it their best shot, came up short. Edwards County is moving on, and it'll be interesting to see what they do once they get to Tuscola on Monday.
All right, now we're going to be right back here again tomorrow night for boys basketball. The Edwards County boys basketball team will have a rematch with the highly touted Fairfield Mules tomorrow night here at Linda Oxby Gym, and we'll have that game for you here on WOKZ 105.9. We'll also video webcast it here on my15news.com. The boys basketball team will also be in action Saturday night down at El Dorado. Now, I know that's not on the schedules that were printed up before the season, but it's a remake of a game that was snowed out earlier this season. So it's Edwards County at El Dorado Saturday night, and we'll have that game for you as well here on WOKZ 105.9 and video webcasting on my15news.com. Troy, any final... Oh, wait a minute. We better pick out a defensive player of the game. Defensive player of the game is sponsored after every Edwards County basketball game by Rigg Family Care Pharmacy right here in Albion, right there next to the Dollar General store. Eric Rigg and his staff providing excellent and professional family care for your prescription needs, and all the whether it's over the counter or whether it's by prescription, they've got it for you there, or they can get it for you at Rigg Family Care Pharmacy right here in Albion. So who are you going to pick for the defensive player, Troy?
Well, now that's easy, Dave. Through the flow of the game, it's hard to keep track of certain things, but let's face it, right there at the end of the fourth quarter, Malia Schmittler's block on Heimlich's three-point attempt.
Okay, so Malia Schmittler is picked as the defensive player of the game, and that is sponsored after every Edwards County game by Rigg Family Care Pharmacy right here in Albion next to the Dollar General store. Now it's time to pick the free throw shooter of the game, and that's sponsored after every Edwards County basketball game by Bailey Enterprises, serving the Edwards County farming needs for over 80 years in Browns, Illinois. For your ag, rock, and lime needs, the place to call is Bailey Enterprises right there in Browns. Ed and Mary Bailey. It's very seldom you go to any athletic event for Edwards County High School and not see Ed and Mary Bailey there. They have been for a long time very big supporters of Edwards County athletics. So free throw shooter, well, that has to be Maddie Hout. Maddie tonight hits 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 at the free throw line, but Troy, she hit 3 out of 4 big free throws in that fourth quarter to ice this game for Edwards County. So our free throw shooter of the game is Maddie Hout. Again, sponsored by Bailey Enterprises right there in Browns, Ed and Mary Bailey. Any final closing comments, Troy, before we close things down for the night?
An impressive victory for the Edwards County Lady Lions. Congratulations to them on winning their first regional title in the history of girls basketball here at Edwards County, and good luck to them Monday at Tuscola.
Once again, our final score tonight, Edwards County 47, Flora 42. The Lions advance to the Tuscola sectional Monday night at 6 o'clock, and we'll have that game for you right here on my15news.com for the video and on the radio at WOKZ 105.9. Hope you've enjoyed our broadcast tonight. It was a thriller until we greet you again tomorrow night for more Edwards County basketball, this time with the boys against Fairfield. This is Dave Rigg saying so long for just a little while.